Have you had your USPAP update course yet? I invite you to come over and check it out with Appraiser eLearning. You know, if you think about USPAP for a minute, it's something that you deal with every day as a practitioner. Imagine for a minute you're in a hot seat and you're asked, did you develop your appraisal and write your appraisal report in accordance to USPAP? What do you have to say to that? I mean, if you say no, you're toast. You're done, right? So you're going to say yes. And then some follow-up questions. If I'm providing litigation support, I'm whispering in the attorney's ear, ask them this. Can I do that, by the way? Look in USPAP. If you go to Advisory Opinion 21, it speaks on what some of the things we can do in different capacities. It's one of my favorite, it is my favorite advisory opinion. But then you're going to be asked, well, how many standards are there? How many statements are there? How many advisory opinions? What's the purpose of USPAP? And guys, you really ought to know that. It's the first sentence on the first page of the book. You really should at least know that. No one expects you to memorize the document and be able to quote everything off the cuff. But how are you going to answer the final question? Appraiser, you just testified you developed your appraisal and wrote your report in accordance to USPAP, but yet you can't tell us anything in this book. If you were the judge or serving on the jury, would you believe you? You know, there's a curriculum. We have to get through the curriculum, and we do. There's great case studies at the end of that. But I like to zone in on areas of USPAP that maybe you think you have clarity on, but maybe you don't. Let me give you a pop quiz. Are you ready? In accordance to uniform standards of professional appraisal practice, how far back do you analyze prior sales of the subject property? How far back do you analyze prior sales of the comps? And then finally, how far back do you have to analyze prior listings of the subject property? Now, very often I hear answers to those three questions, 3 years. Okay. 1 year or 12 months for the comps. And then 1 year or 12 months for the prior listings of the subject property. Let's go to the authoritative source right now and take a peek. You know, normally if you open the book, if you dive into the content, you can normally get your questions answered. So I'm going to go up to a little search key. And the one reason I really love this digital copy is you can search stuff. And look how quickly we just came to our answer. All I did was type in prior sales in the search box, and boom, we're on page 21 of USPAP, Standard Rules 1-5, that will answer those three questions. Let's see if you got the quiz right. Are you ready? When the value opinion to be developed is market value, an appraiser must, and guys, that's not a suggestion. That's a requirement. A, analyze all agreements of sales, options, and listings of the subject property current as of the effective date of the appraisal. Wait a minute, current. Where does it say 12 months? The last 12 months, last year? It doesn't say that. It says current. Now, FHA, VA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or whoever your client is, may want you to analyze those over the last year, and that's fine. You can always exceed the minimum requirements of USPAP, no problem. Let's look at the sales. Analyze all sales and other transfers. That's new. Because as a transfer a sale, I mean, a sale is a transfer, but what if I gift the property to my daughter? It's not really a sale, but it is a transfer. Now we've got to make sure we handle those. Analyze all sales and other transfers of the subject property that occurred within the 3 years prior to the effective date of the appraisal. So those of you that said 3 years, you got that right. Good job. What's it say about the comp? Go ahead and read. Is there a Standard Rule 1-5C talking about comps? I don't see it. There's no requirement in USPAP to analyze prior sales of the comps. Again, that may be an assignment condition. You may have a client requiring that. If so, you need to do it, right? Come join us in an upcoming virtual USPAP class You'll be glad you did. Jump over to appraiserelearning.com and check out all our upcoming offerings. I hope to see you in class very soon.